Okay. Again,
Okay.
map is a built-in API for it. Now lambda function is nothing but instead of function you declare your keyword as a lambda.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay. Uh, the function will be taking up the input arguments as x.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the syntax is x colon x, and what the values of x should be? It should be the human, whatever the string we have declared. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So print my h letters. So subsequently this lambda function used for list comprehension also will be doing the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'll be getting again the human
The same thing.
alphabets and kept in a single array.
So you're creating number list. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Using if with list comprehension. Now instead of a for loop, if I'll be using if else as a stopping or as a decision condition over here.
Okay.
Okay. So number list is an output variable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. X for x in the range of 20. Okay. So I want to rotate my x for the
Right.
values ranging between 1 to 20. So 0 to 20.
0 to 20. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
giving up the condition that if x
X.
modulus 2 is equal to 0.
Right.
Okay. Print it or take it inside the number list.
Number list. Okay.
Okay. That means I want to separate the even values.
Right.
Hmm? Okay. So you got this syntax.
Yeah. Yeah. I got the syntax. Yeah.
Okay. So x values are ranging from x to range 20, and while
Yeah.
doing so,
0 to 20.
it will take it as the decision criteria is modulus of 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Got it.
Subsequently, I can have nested if conditions for list comprehensions.
Mm-hmm.
So here again, same y for y in the range of 100, some random
Okay.
value. Okay, and get me if y modulus of 2 is equal to 0.
Okay.
Okay, so that means it will find out all the even values
Even
between 0
numbers.
to 100.
Right. And
Okay,
then. Mm-hmm.
and then a subset will be applied using if y of modulus 5 is equal to 5.
0. Okay.
That means what should be the two-stage approach over here? After this first condition, all the even values between 0 to 100, but
Right.
less than 100 will be sorted.
Right.
Here also, when I ask him to get me the modulus 2 values between 0 to 20,
Okay.
it
Only
has
less than 20. It's not counted like 20.
it does
Okay.
not count it 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So likewise, for this condition, it will be giving us the modulus 2 values, that is all the even values between 0 to 100, but less than 100. That is 0 to 98 it will give. Okay.
Right.
And then in the second stage, it will be taking the modulus 5 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will have the sorted array likewise. Okay.
30, 69 days. Okay. Okay.
So likewise, you may have a multiple nested if else or
So
nested
it
if
is
that
like
can
basically like inserting an end only if these three conditions are satisfied, it's going to give you the output. It's like an end statement,
these
right?
conditions will be satisfied. It will be executed in steps.
Yeah,
Let's explore it this way.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have gone for 2 modulus first and then 3 modulo
Modulus.
second. So
Mm-hmm.
I got so much of big list. Okay. And on this list, when I say get me the decision as modulus of y is equal to 0,
0,
then
30,
eventually the answer
60.
will be same.
Same. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the end outcome remains the same. Ultimately, in between, if you changes yeah, the parameters or you interchange the parameters, the intermediate set of outputs will be different. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But as you are executing everything in a same same statement, you do
Mm-hmm.
not have the privilege of holding the values somewhere else. Like
Okay.
yeah, I cannot hold the values of modulus 2 somewhere and then on that modulus 3 and then on the modulus 5. Only what we are seeing is it is being sequentially executed.
Right. Yeah.
So typically Python, we are just trying to explore the list comprehension in two ways, two
Mm-hmm.
regards.
Mm-hmm.
Although the whole statement is given in a single statement,
Mm-hmm.
the complete assignment is given in a single statement. Okay, that means we are executing the statement in concurrent.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, but the concurrent statement will be executed in sequential manner. Yes.
Yeah. This makes sense. So.
Yeah. Why am I pushing it here? Because all other programming paradigms like C, C++,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
maybe MATLAB also, these are normally treated as a sequential programming languages. The
Right.
parallel programming constructs, you can have it in the Java or a lot of other object-oriented programming. Again, that can eventually be taken up with the various parallel computing concepts like
Uh-huh.
multi-threading,
Mm-hmm.
CUDA. CUDA is a NVIDIA tool for parallel computations.
Okay.
Python over here, Python can offer you concurrency, but with the sequential executions.
Got you. Mm. Okay.
If that would have been, let's say, a C syntax, I would have
Mm-hmm.
required to execute it in three different lines.
Right. Right.
Okay. So for
Mm-hmm.
loop would have been in one place, and then if, and then another if, and so forth. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
in Python,
Yeah.
you
Right.
can,
If this condition is satisfied and then execute that, I think I'm
yeah,
getting what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand it may not be so immediately required for you, but still there.
No. No. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So a generic observation. Now we are not handling anything. We are only handling the I part. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in spite of declaring it subsequently after the for loop, we are declaring the list comprehension with if else prior the for loop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I may read it like this: for I in the range of 10,
Right.
that is 0 to 9. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Print even if I modulus 2 is equal to 0.
Right. Else
Else
odd.
or okay. So only two
Mm-hmm.
conditions.
Yeah.
So even odd, even odd, even odd, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we have declared the for loop prior, for loop at the end
At the
and the
end of
condition
the,
prior.
right, right. So you can also do that then. I mean, like, it doesn't have to, it will still
Yeah,
read the for loop first, create the range, and then print out even and odd, take the
yeah,
if
yeah.
and else. Okay,
Cannot, yeah, we can do it likewise.
okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now instead of 0, we are executing it from 3 to 10.
Right.
Okay. If my I modulus of 2 is equal to 0, print even
Yeah, okay, okay.
I value. Else print odd.
I value. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you will be executed between 3 to 9.
Mhm.
Okay. So range, that doesn't mean that the range will have range can only accept a single value. Even you can have the values
The values between, okay. Uh,
multiples.
okay. Like up and end limiter. Okay.
Let me try this one also.
Okay.
So it accepts two values, that is the initial and final value.
Yeah, initially, yeah. Mhm.
Transpose of a matrix using list comprehension. Okay. So it's quite interesting to go ahead with a lot of uh, yeah, this type of utilities.
Mhm.
Okay. This is the basic matrix declaration, and we want to manipulate that matrix. Like we want to change the rows to columns and columns to rows, like the
Ah, okay.
transpose.
Okay, this is good to know. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So a two-dimensional array can be treated like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And everything was hold inside a larger square bracket. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want to take the transpose of it. So row ith for row in matrix. Okay. So I am using a for loop for row, and it will be executed for the row in matrix. Okay. And second times I'm saying that for I in range of 2,
0 and 1. Okay.
because I got that key. I got only 2 rows, and which I need to convert it to, let's say, 2 columns and number of rows. So when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in first row there will be 1, 3, 5, 7. Second row 2, 4, 6, 8. Right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. The first
Yes.
value signifies the first row. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Second value signifies the
Second row.
second row. Okay. So first row will be 1, 2, sorry, 1, 3, 5, 7. Second row will be 2, 4, 6, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Now instead of that, I'm asking him to, yeah, loop it from for the number of rows in the matrix, and while doing so, yes, for I in the range of 2, that is 0 and 1.
So, it, so basically, yeah. Still have to give it. You had to
Yeah,
become, yeah, ranged. Yeah.
So least comprehension used for the array transpose, least transpose.
So why that range 2 is given? I didn't understand that part. Like, for I in range 2. So you're saying that it's only 2 rows.
Yeah, as this
Okay.
it has only 2 rows, that's the reason.
Okay.
As it got only 2 rows, that's the reason that we have given the another for loop for I range 2.
Okay. Row.
Okay.
See, we need to know how to write this stuff, right? So that is the tricky part. When you write it, it's easy to understand. Yeah.
Maybe are you practicing it at home? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I need to practice something.
Uh, that will be good. Otherwise, what happens?
Yeah.
We feel that we are quite conversant with the syntaxes.
Exactly.
That easy part, handle it at home.
Right. So just come up with my own things and try to practice this. How to practice? What's a good idea to practice things?
Maybe otherwise, the other way around. I'll suggest. Do you have the access to your system when we have the sessions?
Sorry, what was that? Do you have access to the systems?
System as in the computer and the software when we are having the session.
No, I didn't get you. Do you have access
Let's
to
say,
my system?
now, do you have access to your system now when we are
Yeah,
having the
I'm looking at the laptop, right? My laptop is what you're saying, or something else. What else do we need?
Yeah, okay. No, but you have software also with you, right?
Yeah, the Jupyter Notebook. I have Anaconda installed. That's what. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe at least one assignment, let's say whatever we are doing it today, at least the one assignment from the same stuff or maybe concurrently. At the start of the next session, we come out with that discussion first. Okay.
Okay.
We should have
Okay.
practice. So at least it will be control, let's say a closed loop. That let's say for example, we discussed today the set programs and maybe Python comprehension. Okay. Tomorrow before starting, maybe quickly we will go with some sort of execution which you have done on Python comprehension or set programs. Maybe the same stuff, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
may find better time in the weekends. Okay. But the
Yeah, that's
syntax
good.
is going through your, yeah, the syntax is going through your hands. That also is quite required.
Yeah, that is exactly. I need to sit. I need to be able to sit and work on this. So I get used to have a good feel about the syntax and stuff, right? All the commands that so far everything is looking good. Even when I'm reading it, okay, I can understand everything, but I have not practiced anything. How do I practice? How do I get hands on? Is like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I need to work on.
Definitely speaking, although these are the things quite known to me, but
Mm-hmm.
for every session, at least a couple of minutes I have to spend and decide what is to be taken up for this session.
Right,
Like
right. Yeah.
I anticipate that if that is a condition for you, that let's say when we are beginning the session today, and maybe at least 10-15 minutes prior, you're trying to execute something from the earlier assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we are continuing with the same stuff for a couple of minutes and moving ahead with the next session.
Yeah, that will be good. That will be good. The weekdays is a little bit challenging for me, right? I mean, I hardly don't have any time, but I will try to, sit during the week. What we can do is like 2-3 sessions. Once we finish, we have some subject to go over, right? So maybe one
Okay.
session we can dedicate to practice. How about that? Will that work?
Okay, that also is fine. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll continue for 3-4 sessions, and at the end of the week, probably we'll just try to revise a couple of things and maybe anything new in that part.
Yeah, and then I can share my screen, and it's
Yeah, exactly. This is why
yeah,
I just want to ensure that
right.
because it's a programming, unless you practice, you may not be that confident to
That's
handle it.
true. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I want to do as well. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's fine because differently least comprehension is quite effective programming
Mhm.
paradigm as far as the
Mhm.
Python programming is concerned.
Mhm.
You take it to computer vision, you take it to natural language processing, you take it to text mining, time series predictions, you take it to any type of, let's say, handling the stuff with the integrating
Mhm.
your Python scripts with the web design. So for every syntaxes, list comprehension is quite effectively is being used. So it will be good probably we get some more hands-on on Python list comprehensions. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
because one way around is the most optimized way of writing your codes.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so that way that will be quite useful for any type of application domains here henceforth.
Uh-huh.
So I guess here the idea is pretty clear that
Yeah.
why do we go for range of two? Because I got only two columns.
Gross. Yeah.
Okay. The other way around we can try like this. What I have done, I have I have declared three rows, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That means my first row will be 1, 3, 5, 7. Second
Yes.
row will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and third row will be 3, 5, 7, 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I am calling over here range of 2 only.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. Okay. So it didn't take
So
the third round.
it has
Okay.
not it has not rolled out to the third row. But in
Right.
spite of that, if I even take third row into consideration, yes.
Yes.
So what has happened? Earlier there were three rows and four columns. In spite of that, now there'll be four rows and three columns. So this is my
Yeah.
first row, second row, third row. Okay. So it's like a transpose of the things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as such, you do not have any particular constraint on what should be the maximum size of matrix which you can declare.
Okay.
That can be extended to any desired range. Okay. Okay. Anything from this part? Up to list comprehensions.
No, no questions. So far, so good. Looks good.
No. I'm sharing the next stuff as well, but probably tomorrow we'll start with the matrix multiplication of it first, and then
Okay.
we'll go for the lambda functions. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is what the syntaxes, the programs may not be so lengthy, but the concepts lying are quite deep in case of list comprehensions
Right. Right.
because it makes a lot of things handy,
Mm-hmm.
user and optimized as far as the declarations are concerned. Okay. So it's good to have some small syntaxes of list comprehension and take it in more details.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So maybe I'll share across this both the programs today. The
Okay.
program for matrix multiplication also today I'll share it across. Somewhere if you find the time, probably you just try to execute it first. Tomorrow we'll start discussion on the same part.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And maybe in some today daytime, once I reaches to my desk, I'll just
Mm-hmm.
try to share across some additional assignments, probably which can be practiced in between.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. So the